Okay, some people have asked me on how I've been doing these batteries here and how I did this one here. Well, this one here is exactly the same. So what it is, I run this, I took off the little strip that was here, and this is how I run the wires. So the positive and negatives, positive, negatives. And of course I split it. This is the positive side. So what I do is that I bring each individual wire here, and then all the negatives, of course, on this side. So this, and always be careful when you work with batteries. Like I always tape up the ends until I'm ready to hook it up in here. And then this is where the BMS is going to sit, the fuses and all that. And then of course you got to make sure you strap the wires nice and neat. So eventually you're going to have what it looks something like this as a final product. It's going to be like that pretty much. So everything's nice and neat, you know, but make sure you always are really careful, like I said, when you're working with batteries. And this is just to answer some of the questions that some of the guys have been asking me on why I do this and what was the reason behind it. Well, if your battery ever goes out of balance or one of the cells goes too high, if it goes too high, the BMS will shut off before it reaches the right voltage that you want it to be at. And if one of the cells goes too low, what's going to happen is that the BMS is going to turn itself off, and when one of the batteries reaches the cutoff voltage. So this is where you can actually bring it back up, and if you don't have an active balancer. But even with that, sometimes you do have some problems with those. But anyways, I was just replying to a message on how I was doing that. And of course you put silicone here, or you can use a hot glue gun, which is probably better, because in case you ever have to take it out, it's easier to come off instead of the silicone will stay in there pretty good. And I use epoxy to glue those on there. That way, I use the one from O'Reilly. But sometimes it's better off, if you guys don't know anything about batteries, to go ahead and just purchase one that it's already made with a warranty on it. This is just for the DIY guys. I'm not saying don't do it. If you know about batteries, it's fine. But if you don't, I would advise that you're really careful with these things because they have a lot of power. And these, of course, are the Samsung batteries, the 4800. So they're really good batteries. They're 2 kilowatt batteries. They're pretty good batteries, really good product. They were brand new when I got them. But there you go, folks. I was just answering those questions on those batteries. And I do have quite a bit of batteries, like down in there. I have one that is a 5 kilowatt battery, and I got all those from Battery Hookup. This one's I got them from Yahoo Garcia, whatever his name is. And those that, like I said, those I got them from, I got some from Battery Hookup and some for Battery Warehouse. That's who I got those batteries from. They were supposed to be B grade, but they lasted already over 4 years. And I had no problems with them or issues. And as you can see on that one, I also have the BMS in there. All the hookups the way it's supposed to be done. And the way the battery, all the little balancer lines are going in there. And this is the one that I featured the last time as well with that. And that's it, folks. If you like the video, let me know. Or if you guys have any questions on DIY batteries, 18650s or whatever, let me know. And I'm willing to help you guys out.